we've now finished the bulk of the smiley face. If I go back over to my drawing, the next thing I have to add is I think I want to add the keyring and then the text. So let's do the keyring hole first because that's probably the easier of the two. I'm going to start a sketch. I'm going to select the square this time, not the circle, but the square. And I'll know I selected it right because the axes go behind the face. I'm now going to draw my circle, and I want to draw a circle somewhere in this quadrant. And the key here is I don't want to hit the edges. If I drag this out and touch the edge, it's going to guess that I want this to touch the edge, in which case the keyring hole would actually sort of cut through the edge of the square. So I'm going to take and make a small circle over here, and then we're going to have to dimension its size and location. So I'm going to click on the dimension tool, and I'm going to click the center of the circle, and this edge over here, I'm going to set it to my favorite number, 0.125, and I'm going to set this dimension here from the center of that circle to the top over here, but instead of typing 0.125, I can actually select this dimension. That way, if I decide I want to move the keyring in or out, escape out, double click on here. If I decide to make this 0.15 or 0.1, this will always stay together and it'll stay centered on that corner. And I'm going to put this back up 1/8 of an inch, 0.125, because that seems like a good amount of material around the edges. Now, you'll notice this is a fx. That means it's a function of some other number. And if I click on that it says D15, this dimension here is the 15th dimension I've made in this part. And that counter might change over time. So if you made a dimension then deleted it, this counter still goes up. So you just want to select it instead of knowing what dimension to write. It's easier to select the dimension by clicking on it. I'm now going to set the size of the circle by clicking on the outside of it. And again, I'm going to set 0.125 because that seems like a good number. And that looks very nice. There's enough meat here that when I cut the hole, it's not going to break if I put this on a keyring. So I'm going to hit Finish Sketch. And this time I'm going to extrude. And I want to cut in. And I'm going to go all the way through it. So I could type in 0.125. Or I could change it to through all. And that way it'll always cut all the way through. And if I go look at the front of my smiley face, I now ring all the way through it.